Now, I'm playing an orc here, and an orc are basically preset as, you know, good warriors. I start with about 20 in all the warrior skills: enchanting, smith, heavy armour, block, and two-handed weapons, and also one-handed weapons. Archery as well, by the looks of it. Right. So basically, you know, and if you want to play a warrior, the orc is the best one you can get. No other race comes close to being as good as an orc, right? But I'd recommend. I mean, unless you could do enchanting if you want. You start out with good skill on that. But I recommend going to smith, getting your skills up high. Now, if you actually go back, if you go this way, it's heavy armor. If you go that way, it's light armor. As an orc or heavy armored warrior, you've got no interest in that side, so you go this way, right? Save yourself some perks. So you go steel smithing, then you go to the Duma, or well, the dwarven, shall I say, then the orc, and then you got the ebony over here, and then Daedric. Now, because the dragon armor looks a crap and isn't as good as Daedric, I don't recommend you go for the 100% smithing perk. Just stop at the Daedric one there. Up here, this allows you to modify enchanted armour, which you can take or not take. It depends, it's up to your personal choice really. Heavy armour here, look. Now at the bottom here you've got Juggernaut. Now I'm going to spend a point on there. You notice here, it's here the next rank increases my armour rating to 100%. So I'm just going to show you how these points work out. Now I've got 100% above what the armour value is. So if the armour had 50 points before of protection, now it'll have 100. You know, thanks to that perk. So that's pretty important, that first one. So you pile your points onto that. Here you've got your fists. If you had to hit somebody with your gauntlets, like in a fist fight, that does extra damage. Cushion, that allows you to jump around without taking damage in heavy armour. Conditioning, the armour doesn't weigh anything. Very good one to have that. It means you move around a lot faster and the light armoured guys can't get away from you so easily. Now we go the other way. Well fitted. If you're wearing heavy armour from head to toe, it doesn't matter if it's a matching set, you get a 25% bonus there, right? Here, right, you got a 50% less stagger, and here if you get a matching set you get 25% bonus on top of everything else. So let's just add the bonuses up, shall we? 100% down here, 25% there, and then 25% up here. That's 150% bonus on the heavy armour from these perks alone, on top of what the armour provides as typical newbie player. So they're worth having. These are what allow you to stand in front of some of the hardest creatures in the game and survive. It's this tree right here. Block, pointless for a heavy armoured guy. Your armour is your block, right? You just stand in front of the dragon, you go, bite me right here on the chest, go on, I dare you. You don't need a shield, you don't need single-handed weapons. That's for the wusses, right? You go straight into the attack with two-handed weapons here, look. Now, you've got all these other trees here, go with swords, axes, whatever. You do need to spend a few points in each of them. But when you're taking on big mean characters, you want axes and you want hammers. If you're taking on weaker characters, right, swords with sweeping attacks, that's the way to go. So a two-handed sword for the weaker stuff, axes and hammers for anything mean and nasty. You only get one shot at these, you know, and it's slow. This is why you need the heavy armour protection. But when you do hit, you cause a lot of damage. Now the champion stance, that gives you a 25% less stamina cost for power attacks. Definitely need that, right? You take that early, because most of your attacks will be power attacks, because when you want to hit, you want to maximise your damage. Now here you've got critical charge damage, very good, charging in, hit as you arrive, gives you a bonus. Devastating blow, standing and hitting, you'll do a lot of standing in heavy armour, so you definitely need that one. Sweep attacks, definitely, you know, especially when you're surrounded by lots of weaker enemies, you get your sword out, not the hammer, the sword, right, and then you do your sweep attacks. That is a bit useless actually, because most things that would be paralysed are dead in the first stroke of an orc. they don't last long. Right. One-handed weapons, not recommended for this type of character. So use that for light armoured types, and use block for light armoured types. Shields go for light armoured types as well. Right, so block, one-handed and whatever, you know, all light armour warriors, right, ones that move around. Heavy armour, you want smithing, you want heavy armour, you want one-handed weapons for definite, or two-handed weapons should I say, for definite. Enchanting is an optional extra. Everything else you can forget about except for healing, right. So now that's it for that.
My good
Now I'm just going to show you quickly sort of things you can make if you're 100% in the smithy and the heavy side, right? Remember, you can make light or heavy armour. Because this is a heavy armoured character, I concentrated on the heavy stuff. First of all, here you've got the Juma stuff, right? Or the Dwarven as they call it. It requires 2 steel, 2 iron ingots, 2 leather straps and 2 Juma metal ingots. On the Orcish side, it's 3 leather straps, 3 Orcitur callum or whatever, and then iron ingot. We've got... I hate that. This is fucking console shit. Where were we? Ebony. Right. Ebony, that's 3 leather strips and 5 ebony ingots, but you're going to find it hard finding ebony ingots. You're probably going to find it better just finding the ebony armour when you get to a certain level. The ebony armour is the best looking armour in the game, I think. Right, but it's not necessarily the best. This is your dragon armour. It's the ugliest armour in the game, right, and not the best either. It's also the worth the most. Not that you'll be able to sell it for that price unless you've got a merchant skill, you know, where you can increase the funds in merchants. But here you see, you can make this fairly easy, you know, with dragon, what you get off of dragons. Like the main armour there is 1 dragon scale and 3 dragon bones and 3 leather strips. Dead easy, right? You know, there's no weapons here though, but they do come in 2 flavours. You've got the heavy version and then you've got the light version. The light armour looks a little bit better than the heavy version, you notice. See? Now we go to Daedric. Daedric here comes in light and heavy, if I remember right. No, it doesn't. Sorry, that's weapons. But anyhow, Daedric weapon, Daedric armour here, heavy. Doesn't quite look like that when you're wearing it, because I'm wearing it there, you see, and it doesn't match. Right, but that is heavy armour, heavy. For that, you need 3 leather strips, 5 ebony ingots, and a Daedric heart. Most of these only require 1 Daedric heart, and since you only really need 1, 2, 3, I think it's 4, then 4 Daedric hearts is enough. If you want to make a weapon as well, you need 5, right? You can find these as you get higher ranks, you know, kicking around Skyrim. But the armour itself is the main thing. You need 4 Daedric hearts for that, plus 1 for any weapon you want to make. Right. So anyhow, that's the smithing side. When you're actually looking for ebony, sometimes it's worth just going around the smithies, see if they sell them, because they'll randomly stock it. So, because the ebony is the hardest thing to get hold of. The Daedric hearts, I can tell you where to get that from, right? The ebony is the hardest thing. So if you find any ebony armour, or an ingot, should I say, right, keep hold of it, right? Store it away, because it's very hard to find that usually. But you might pick them up from smithies like this one. He's got 3 in there. Remember, we needed 5 for the ebony armour, right? So that wouldn't be enough. So you can see how easily you use up the ebony ingots. It's also used by a few other things, so you know, you just keep hold of ebony. Don't ever get rid of the ingots, right? Everything else you can probably pick up from places that, places you'd almost guarantee.
Whether it's armor you
guaranteed have them. Like if you want to make Juma, just go into any Juma city, you'll find loads. Right. Daedric hearts are easy to find, but there's only a limited number of them in the game, and you need 1 for every piece of armour or weapon you make. And I can tell you where you can find 4 guaranteed, and where you can probably find another 3. In this area here, right, between Winterhold and Windhelm, in fact there I think, is the Shrine of Zora. As a part of that quest, you will get to a take on Demora, and they'll supply 3, maybe 4 Daedric hearts, I can't remember exactly. Say 3. Down here somewhere, where is it? There. You've got Mirren Daedrin's Shrine. I'm going to take you there. There's 4 there. So we're going to go there now. This is Mirren Daedrin's Shrine. This quest here sees you attacked by 2 Demora outside and 2 inside. It starts by going to a Dawn Star, and there's a museum there, and a guy trying to start a Mythic Dawn museum, and you've got to retrieve Mirren's razor. And part of the quest takes you to here where it's made. And you have to kill him, and then you get attacked by these guys here, because he's a bit of a mean nut, this guy, this Mirren. Now, Inside here you get attacked by 2 more. You get lots of little bits here and there. You know, see, ebony ingots. See, you need ebony. You take them, right? Take the ebony because you need that for your armour. Remember, ebony's hard to find, right? And these here, you see, ebony helmet. They're good. It's good armour, ebony, right? This doesn't. What I'm looking at here is everything in here seems to respawn except for the Daedra, right? So once you've cleared this out, there'll be no more Daedra by the looks of it. Now we need to go and find the last place you can get Daedric stuff from. Now, well, Daedric hearts from. Now there is one other place where you can get a single Daedric heart, and it's here. So you enter there and you exit there. So we're going to go to the exit because that's a direct route to where we want to be. Right, here we are. This is the entrance to the place where we get one Daedric heart from. It's in the middle of nowhere, you know. Right there, there's Winterhold, there's Dawnstar, and that's where we are. Once you've done a quest where you enter there, you exit there, right? Or it's one of the places you can exit anyway if you choose to do it, and then that appears. Until you've exited there, right? That door there remains closed and you can't use this route. So if that door's closed, you have to go in the other exit at the other side there and just do the whole level. Now this is part of the main quest you do this in, so you can get there earlier, you know. It isn't locked, but it's usually better, you know, to wait till you do the main quest before you do this bit in case you jump ahead too much. Now very few things challenge a character in heavy armour, and I'll just show you this. This here is Daedric armour, right? This is the best armour in the game, right? You can't be beat. Now every race in the game is different as well. Now I'm playing an orc, and if I just prove it to you, take the helmet off, you see, here's my orc character there. He's the best warrior you can be and the best armour you can be with the best weapons, right? I just want to make that nice and clear before we do this next bit. Now, down there in that building there, there's a little bit of lore info and our Daedric hearts. And down here, we've got a machine which I will use to demonstrate this character's strength. But first, I'm going to just kill off. Yes, that's 2 Staffs of Magnus. A bug in the game gave me 2, but we're not going to need either one of them. Well, I'm going to just show you the sword first. We're going to use this on a machine up here. Now I can take this guy out in 2 blows with a hammer easily. Let's see if this can do it as well. I don't know if it will or not, but yeah, that could do it as well. Right. Something else. Where are you? It's a Falmer guy, isn't it? So anyway, you see I took them 2 out. That was pretty hard as well. Barely got a scratch. I'm just going to take you into the place where the Daedric heart is. Right, this is the room where the Daedric heart is. It's right on there. Now, there's a bit of lore info for you here. Those people that played Oblivion and had to collect the name route and take him to that guy in Shading Hall in the Westweald Inn, well, this is him. That's that guy there. That's where he ended up. It was like he got killed by Falmer arrows by the looks of it. But anyhow, this was his camp. This is his. You get his diary off of here, and you go and collect more name route. This is the character we're going to be testing this on, right? Orc in heavy armour with an ebony axe versus the Juma Centaur, or whatever they call them. Now, this guy's a steam attack and 2 arms that cause a lot of damage. I've got my heavy armour, an orc which is the best warrior in the game, and an ebony axe. Let's just start him up. Ready, big boy? Let's do this. Power attack. Power attack. Power attack. Yes! Now, these orc strongholds won't let you in unless you're an orc or a friend of an orc, and they all offer quests of some kind. Now, This one here, I think, had one. They nearly all require you to fight the chief, because the chief likes a fist fight. It's only a brawl, you don't win anything. This one here is a special one. In this one, there was quite a big quest involved in it. So let's go there. I've done this quest, by the way, so there we go. See that? Giant. Probably one of the few creatures in the game that can kill me easily. You notice how me hitting him stops him from hitting me. If I was to try that with a sword, it wouldn't be that easy, because it wouldn't stop him from hitting me back. But the blow from an axe gives you just enough time to get a second and third blow in. That's the only way I managed to beat him, is because of the weapon I'm using. Worked the same way with a hammer as well, but not with a greatsword. Right, here we are, right? This is one of the orc strongholds. This is actually a small village in itself. This one has already been done by me. And this is the new chief, if I remember right.
I will do my best to lead the tribe, but I don't know why Malakath chose me.
He did a quest, you see, with the old chief, who was a bit of a coward. Now, in here is his home. This is basically like a family unit, basically, except for he's the only one that's allowed to breed and have wives, and other people, and usually sons and daughters, live in the compound, and they're married off to other orc strongholds. Now, this is the home of his, and here, this is the wise woman.
May your weapons be Lagersburg will not soon forget what you have done.
She actually sells
second
things.
Chance, thanks to you.
She'll sell things as well as train you up. She deals with spiritual matters for the tribe. You get an awful lot of orc lore in these places, by the way, as well as a few quests. Right, time for the dragon. Let's have a crack at this. That's one. I just saw two. Better get dragon rend out, because we haven't got any range attack, remember. Blood dragon. Blood dragons aren't that hard, actually. Elder dragons are the ones you've got to watch. These are power attacks I'm doing, by the way, at least until I run out. And there's the second dragon right above there. Fortunately, we get to demonstrate a warrior against two dragons. This one probably won't be a blood dragon. Come on, where are they? Oh, it is a blood dragon. Two blood dragons. It's a really hotkey, that mission. That's it, come down. Power attack, power attack. It's a standing power attack, by the way. I ran out of stamina, so we just do standard swings now. So you didn't even get any blowing yet. Bite me! Yeah! Any more? When you get to this stage in the game, it isn't unheard of to get 2 or even 3 dragons attacking you. Anyhow, as you can see, an orc in heavy armour with an ebony sword and various other weapons works very, very well. So anyhow, I think we're going to leave it there. I think I've made the point and told you what you need to do. I will give you some final tips and advice. When making your character, focus on certain skills to build your character up to what you want it to be first. Don't waste any points on other things, right? So in my case it was smithing, heavy armour and two-handed attacks were my primary focus, but I also took, if I go back this way, can't see it, restoration. I also took a point on restoration here, right, because I need to be able to restore my character in between battles, so that was important. But these are the main ones, right? Enchanting is optional, but you see I'm at level 33, I'm already wearing Daedric armour and it's only just started appearing in the game and I've had this armour for some time, right? So I've got all the best armour already, long before I got to this level. At 30 you usually see ebony start turning up, right, or just before 30. So I'm actually a few steps ahead of the game in this area. You know, if I was to play to level 45 or something, I'd probably start seeing Daedric turning up more regular. Anyway, that's it now. I'm going to leave it there. That's how you make your Ultimate Warrior character. Remember, Ultimate Warriors don't use single weapons really. That's more light arm and fast action stuff. You aren't fast in heavy armour, you never will be. So you go for maximum damage with each blow you can take rather than the number of blows. Because 200 weapons is about one attack that does a lot of damage, right? Where 2 single weapons is about little bits of damage done lots of times. Right, and you're not going to get that kind of hit in heavy armour. You need light armour really for that. Right, that's it. See you in the next one.